Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Assalamu alaikum viewers and welcome to our next show. Today we have a very important and distinguished personality with us. He is important because he is leading the economy of Islamic Emirates of Afghanistan. He is a part of the team which is trying to rebuild Afghanistan from the scratches. And he is a very important and distinguished in the sense he has a vast experience in the economic field. He worked at different projects and a different position in his career, and he is leading now. He is one of the leading factor or the leading personality in rebuilding of Afghanistan. And but for me, the most important characteristics of his personality is most of the time he remains silent and focus on the work. And but it was difficult to get him, but we are very thankful to Dr. Abdul Latif Nazari, Deputy Minister for Economy of Afghanistan, to join us for this discussion today. Assalamu alaikum and welcome to the show, sir.
Wa alaikum assalam. Thank you so much.
Viewers and Dr. Saab, you know, Afghanistan is the heart of Asia. And when the Iqbal was saying, Allama Iqbal was saying, if the Asia is a body, then the Afghanistan is a heart. If a heart is growing, that means everything is growing. So let's start with the economic situation of Afghanistan. Can you little bit brief us or let us, our audience, know about the economic situation of Afghanistan, especially in the context when we look at the statistics and the data in the last 1.5 years we are following. So economic indicators are improving. So how Afghanistan is able to improve those indicators and what role the leadership has played?
In
the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, thank you for question and for arranging this interview. And in regard to your question, I also want to quote the Persian poetry of Iqbal-e-Lahori, which is relevant to the geopolitics and geoeconomics of Afghanistan, who years before said that Asia is a body made up of water and clay. The Afghan nation is the heart in that body. And Afghanistan is the connecting link between Central Asia and South Asia. It is considered a key corridor in the Eurasian region and serves as a gateway to the Middle East or Western Asia. Because of this, under the current Islamic Emirat, Afghanistan's economy has fortunately made progress. At present, we have been able to reduce and control the inflation both within Afghanistan and in the region. We have strengthened the value of Afghanistan's national currency, which is now regarded as one of the most stable currencies in the region. Similarly, our exports have expanded under the Islamic Emirat. Currently, we have economic, trade, and transit relations with various countries. We have enhanced Afghanistan's position as a transit hub during the rule of the Islamic Emirat. Major projects like TAPI, CASA 1000, and even CPEC are underway. And Afghanistan plays a significant role in all of them. In fact, sound and transparent governance, free from corruption, has enabled Afghanistan to make important moves in the economic domain.
و مثل کاسا 1000 و مثل سپیک در حال انجام است و افغانستان در تمامی پروژه ها نقش مهم ایفا می کند. در واقع یک مدیریت سالم و شفاف و عاری از فساد سبب شده که افغانستان در حوزه اقتصادی گام های خوبی را بردارد.
Thank you for giving us a little bit brief. If you can more talk about a little bit, not too much because we have other questions, about how the poverty is decreasing and the food insecurity is increasing. So how the Afghanistan government is working to address these issues.
Under the Islamic Emirat, Afghanistan has undertaken several key foundational initiatives that may be relevant to your question. One of the most significant is the establishment of a transparent taxation system. Today, all major national projects in Afghanistan are being launched and financed through domestic revenues, and the national budget is entirely organized from internal resources. This is unprecedented in the history of Afghanistan. During the previous era of the Republic, over the past 20 years, the presence of foreign forces was so extensive that even the salaries of government employees were funded by them. In contrast, we have introduced and implemented a policy of economic independence under the Islamic Emirat. Achieving self-reliance has been a central pillar of our strategy, and we have made notable progress in this regard. Importantly, there is currently no corruption in Afghanistan. Corruption has been completely eradicated and a transparent financial system is now in place. Government officials live very modest lives just like ordinary citizens and are committed to seeing Afghanistan become self-sufficient in every aspect, including economically. This, in our view, is the most crucial driver of our country's economic progress.
Thank you. And when I look at the Taliban government, Islamic Emirates of Afghanistan under the government of Taliban, since its establishment, the government is very keen to increase economic linkages and the regional connectivity. We have seen, so your government is working hard, and especially whenever I interact with you, I talk to you, you always mention economic linkages and activities and what your government is doing. So can you brief us about your linkages and especially your economic linkages with China? How China and Afghanistan is improving their relationship in the economic field?
As you mentioned in your question, the expansion of regional relations, especially strengthening ties with neighboring countries in various fields such as trade and economy, is one of the core policies of the Islamic Emirat. We are keen to establish and maintain positive and constructive relations with transit countries in the region. China, in particular, holds a central position in the foreign policy of the Islamic Emirat. It is one of the few countries that officially accepted our ambassador and upgraded our diplomatic relations to the ambassadorial level. We have not only preserved but also expanded our ties with China. Moreover, China plays a crucial and strategic role in Afghanistan's mining sector. For example, China is significantly involved in the major projects like the Ainak copper mine and is also playing a key role in oil exploration and extraction in the Amu Darya basin. Additionally, China has the potential to contribute to Afghanistan's technological development by providing technical know-how and innovations. For all these reasons, China holds an important place in Afghanistan's foreign relations, politically, diplomatically, economically, and commercially. Our relationship with China is growing day by day, and we see it as beneficial not only for Afghanistan and China, but also for the broader political stability, security, and economic development of the entire region.
So, can you tell us which are the major areas where the Chinese government and the Chinese company are investing in Afghanistan?
Indeed, China and Chinese companies have invested across various sectors in Afghanistan, including mining, energy, transportation, railway and road infrastructure, as well as agriculture. China is among the most active countries in this regard, and Chinese companies have shown interest in investing across different provinces of Afghanistan in all these sectors.
با توجه به سطح تکنولوژی و فناوری پیشرفته‌ای که چین داره، ما هم علاقمند هستیم که مبادلات ما، همکاری ما با چین روز به روز افزایش پیدا کنه و انکشاف بیابد.
You are an economic minister of Afghanistan. If you have to call for the Chinese company to invest in Afghanistan, so what would be your call? So what would be your main areas where you want Chinese company invest in Afghanistan?
ما همیشه
In all
در
our meeting
ملاقات‌هایی
with
که
Chinese
با
investors, we have
سرمایه‌گذاران
consistently
چین در
invited
افغانستان
them
داشتیم
to
از
invest
اونا
across
دعوت
all
کردیم که
sectors in
در
Afghanistan.
تمامی حوزه
Attracting
ها در
foreign
افغانستان
investment
سرمایه‌گذاری بکنند
swiftly and
و
effectively is one of the
جلب
main objectives
سرمایه‌گذاری
of
خارجی
our
یکی از
foreign
اهداف
policy
سیاست
and economic
خارجی
diplomacy.
ما و
For
دیپلماسی
this
اقتصادی
reason,
ما هست.
we are
به
fully
این دلیل
prepared
است که
for
ما
China to play a
آمادگی
key
این
role
داریم
in
که
developing
چین در
Afghanistan's
زیرساخت‌های
infrastructure,
افغانستان در
including
شبکه‌های
roads,
جاده‌ای
railway
و
networks,
ریلی و
and our
خط آهن
national rail
افغانستان
system,
و
as
همینطور
well as
در
in
تقویت
strengthening
موقعیت
Afghanistan's
ترانزیتی
position as a
افغانستان
transit
نقش
hub in
اساسی
the
را
region.
ایفا بکنند.
In the field of
در
agriculture
حوزه
and
کشاورزی
agribusiness
و
too, China
زراعت
can enjoy
افغانستان
open
همچین میتونه
opportunities.
دست
In
باز داشته
fact,
باشه
strategic
و
projects
در
in
واقع
energy,
پروژه های
industry, and
زیربنایی و
mining are
صنعتی
among
و
the sectors
معدنی
where we
از
are
جمله حوزه هایی
actively
هست که ما
inviting
از
Chinese
شرکت ها و
investors to
سرمایه گذاران
pursue
چین دعوت
focused
میکنیم که در این
and
حوزه ها
substantial
در
investments
افغانستان
in
سرمایه
Afghanistan.
گذاری خاص و ویژه داشته باشد.
Okay, so did China help Afghanistan in tackling issue of poverty and food insecurity and especially for the rural areas?
خوشبختانه
Fortunately, relations
روابط
between
چین و
China
امارات
and the
اسلامی
Islamic
از
Emirate
آغاز
have steadily flourished
شکلگیری
since the
نظام امارات
establishment
اسلامی در
of the new
افغانستان
government in Afghanistan.
رو به
We have
گسترش بوده و
enjoyed
ما بهترین
excellent
روابط
bilateral
با
ties with
چین
China,
داشتیم
and we are
و
optimistic
پیشبینی ما
that
است
our relations will
امیدواری ما است که
continue
در
to
آینده
grow
هم
in the
روابط
future.
ما با چین توسعه
As
پیدا
neighboring
می‌کند،
countries
چون ما
with
با
deep
چین
rooted
هم همسایه
commonalities,
هستیم
we share
و هم
mutual interests and
مشترکات
vast shared
زیاد
challenges.
داریم،
We
منافع
believe
مشترک
there
و
is a
تحلیل
strong
مشترک داریم.
potential
در
for
حوزه‌های
cooperation in
امنیتی
the
ما
field
می‌توانیم
of
همکاری
security,
داشته باشیم.
and
در
China
ثبات
can
منطقه‌ای
play a
چین می‌تواند
pivotal
نقش
role
مهم داشته
in
باشه
ensuring
و
regional
همچنین
stability.
در
Moreover,
توسعه
China's
زیربناهای
contribution to the
افغانستان چین
development
می‌تواند
of
نقش
Afghanistan's
اساسی داشته
infrastructure
باشه
can be
و به
fundamental,
خصوص با
particularly
توجه به
given its
تجربیاتی که
valuable
چین در
experience in
حوزه
solar
انرژی
energy, where
بوشهری
it can
دارد
make
میتواند در
significant
افغانستان
investments in
سرمایه گذاری هم
Afghanistan.
گفت داشته
China is
باشد.
among the few countries
بنابراین
that can play a
چین
vital role
از
across
جمله
all
کشورهایی
levels and
هست که
sectors in
در
Afghanistan.
تمامی سطوح و
Specifically within
حوزه
the
ها
framework of
میتواند در
Belt Road
افغانستان
Initiative,
نقش
China
مهم و
can
اساسی را
enhance
ایفا بکنه، از
Afghanistan's
جمله
role,
در
and we are keen to
ابتکار یا
play
طرح
a
یک
more
کمربند یک
prominent and
جاده
active part in
چین
this transformative
میتونه
project.
افغانستان نقشش را افزایش بده و افغانستان هم علاقمند است که نقش مهمتر را در ابتکار یک کمربند یک جاده در این روند ایفا بکند.
Okay, thank you. So let's moving to our next question, the next, so you can the round of questions. As Afghanistan is keen to enhance the economic linkages and the regional connectivity. On the regional connectivity, we have another dimension, so which China and Pakistan are they implementing China-Pakistan economic corridor. And we have seen, so recently Afghanistan is showing the interest to join the China-Pakistan economic corridor, CPEC. So can you a little bit share with us what is your thinking about why you Afghanistan want to join the CPEC?
Afghanistan's integration into the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor (CPEC) offers significant economic benefits for our country. It also brings advantages for other countries involved in the project, particularly in the areas of job creation and the expansion of Afghan exports. CPEC can play a fundamental role in these domains by connecting Gwadar to the broader road and rail network of South Asia, including access to Gwadar port. The project can bring substantial opportunities for Afghanistan. In the energy sector, especially in the renewable energy, Afghanistan's participation in CPEC can yield major gains. Through its integration with CPEC, Afghanistan stands to enhance its trade, economic, and transit capacities, fostering regional economic integration and prosperity. This connectivity will allow Afghanistan to establish an organic and practical link with the region in political, economic, and diplomatic spheres. Therefore, Afghanistan's transit potential will be strengthened through CPEC, and our relations with key stakeholders, particularly Pakistan, will deepen. Trade relations with both China and Pakistan will also expand, serving the mutual interests of Afghanistan and its neighbors. Ultimately, these processes will contribute to the broader economic stability and development of the
می‌تونه
region.
هم به نفع افغانستان باشه هم به نفع دو تا همسایه ما یعنی چین و پاکستان و در مجموع به ثبات اقتصادی منطقه کمک میکنه.
Okay, I know that, so, and this is a very common knowledge. For Afghanistan to reach to the world, it is very important to reach the sea. So, how you see the CPEC can help you to improve your access to the sea routes for the transit trade that you're talking about?
Afghanistan is one of the countries that is geographically landlocked and lacks direct access to open seas. Therefore, CPEC provides a valuable opportunity for Afghanistan to export its commercial and industrial goods to the global market with ease and to secure its economic interest through maritime trade routes. In the modern world, maritime trade plays a vital and strategic role in global commerce. CPEC opens a new pathway for Afghanistan, enabling it to connect with different regions around the world, increase its exports, and stimulate economic growth. Hence, Afghanistan's integration into CPEC holds significant economic importance. It can greatly contribute to expanding Afghanistan's trade potential and enhancing its position in regional and international markets. Ultimately, this connection will strengthen Afghanistan's economic status within the broader framework of the Belt and Road Initiative.
Okay, so that for that purpose, I think Gwadar is a very important port. So, do the Afghanistan companies have some interest to do business in Gwadar? Because at the Gwadar, apart from this port, there is also a special economic zones, and there are other facilities like the business related to the there's a storage facilities for the transit trade and other things. So, is Afghanistan government or the businessmen are looking toward the Gwadar?
The port of Gwadar is one of the important ports in this region. Besides that, it is part of a corridor and road project that China has included in its development plans. So far, major countries of the world have joined this initiative. It can represent an important opportunity for Afghanistan's economy. Considering the significant role Gwadar plays in expanding our trade relations with Pakistan and region, and overall in strengthening our ties with South Asia, both the government of Afghanistan, Afghan investors, and Afghan traders are all interested in using the Gwadar port to increase the level of our exports and imports. This is why both the CPEC project and the Gwadar port hold a strategic and fundamental position for the government and the people of Afghanistan. We would like a large portion of our commercial goods and products to be transferred to other countries through the Gwadar port, and in return, we aim to import the goods we need into Afghanistan through this route.
هم به کشورهای دیگه منتقل شود و هم از اون طریق ما اموال مورد نیاز خود را محصولات مورد نیاز خود را وارد افغانستان بسازیم.
Oh, thank you. And my last question would be, after that we will stop this interview. Definitely, when Afghanistan joined this CPEC, rather the process has already been started and there's different things are happening, positive activities, something on the tariffs, on the transit trade, many things are happening. And there is also talk about the CPEC joining officially and other stuff. And the both government, rather the three governments are willing to do this. In this context, Afghanistan will also open a route for Central Asia to Pakistan and Gwadar, and for Pakistan to the Central Asia. In that context, Afghanistan would be a transit country. So what type of the policies Afghanistan will, is rather than Afghanistan started to devise the transit trade policies? And second thing about the infrastructure. So where the Afghanistan can get assistance to build the infrastructure, for example, by joining CPEC, like Pakistan have achieved many the highways and the roads from the Chinese investment. So how Afghanistan is looking at these two issues?
Afghanistan, as you mentioned in your question, is the connecting link between Central Asia and South Asia. It is practically considered a regional hub of connectivity. As highlighted in the poetry of Allama Iqbal of Lahore, This status has been historically attributed to Afghanistan, and we have indeed witnessed that Afghanistan plays an important and fundamental role in regional connectivity. In fact, Afghanistan serves as a corridor linking Central and South Asia from both economic and transit perspectives. Based on this, our policy is to strengthen Afghanistan's transit position, and the CPEC project can play a key role in this regard. Through this project, we can enhance our economic relations via the Gwadar port. Moreover, goods and products from Pakistan can be transported through Afghanistan to Central Asia, and Central Asia energy can be transported to South Asia. This will create a form of economic diversity and vitality in the region. For this reason, the policy of the Islamic Emirat is to expand Afghanistan's transit role and to build a strong regional connectivity hub. An economy-focused and balanced approach is one of the key components of Afghanistan's foreign policy. When Afghanistan actively engages with the CPEC project, our economic-centered strategy yields positive results. Through this initiative, we can effectively connect the region, especially Central and South Asia. In doing so, both Afghanistan and the region will benefit in terms of energy, transportation, rail and road networks, and the achievement of broader economic and commercial goals. In fact, our regional interests and the regional interests of our two neighboring countries, Pakistan and China, are intertwined in this connectivity. We also aim to build trust with our neighbors, especially China and Pakistan, day by day, politically, in terms of security, economically, commercially, and in transit. We want a region free from violence, one marked by stability and prosperity from economic, trade, and transit perspectives. Security and stability in Afghanistan will in turn help us all achieve these broader objectives.
Thank you. At the end, if you have any message for the Chinese company or the Pakistani companies, what they should do in Afghanistan?
China and Pakistan are two important and influential neighbors of Afghanistan. We invite investors and traders from both China and Pakistan to invest inside Afghanistan. Currently, nationwide security exists in Afghanistan and investment opportunities are available. From a legal and regulatory perspective, we have created facilities to attract investment. We want Afghanistan to become the investment hub of the region. Just as it is the heart of Asia from a geopolitical standpoint, we want it to become the economic engine and true heart of the region as well. Any kind of investment can benefit both Afghanistan and our neighbors, including China and Pakistan. Therefore, we want to strengthen our friendship with China and Pakistan. We share many commonalities with both countries, and our neighborhood is rooted in history. It cannot be changed. So we must embrace the necessity of history and work together to enhance our relations. We consider the people and government of China and Pakistan to be our economic, strategic, and commercial partners in this region, not only in trade and economy, but also in political and security.
Thank you so much, Dr. Nazari, to be very open and very elaborative. I think after listening to your interview, our viewers will be better able to understand Afghanistan economic situation, status of Afghanistan, and the planning and the policies of Afghanistan, Islamic Emirates of Afghanistan, how they want to turn around the fate of their country and how they are working on the improvement of their country and the lives of the common people and the common citizens. And definitely it will also help the Chinese company and the Pakistani company and the policy they also understand what type of investment Afghanistan need and where should they invest. Thank you so much for your wonderful interview, and we look forward for the future, more such interactions.
Thank you so much. Have a good time. Have a good day. تشكر. مننه.